Welcome back to the channel, family. If you love drama, culture, entertainment, and pure Nigerian vibes, you are in the right place. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about events in recent Nigerian pop culture history, the epic showdown between Portable and Carter Efe. This wasn't just a boxing match, this was entertainment at its finest. Culture clash, celebrity egos, massive ring walks, social media frenzy, and a result that left the internet in stitches. This fight brought global eyes to Nigerian talent in a way we've rarely seen. In this video, we're going to break it all down. The build-up, the insane ring walk, the action inside the ring, the decision, the reactions, and what this means for the future of celebrity sports in Nigeria. Grab your popcorn because this one is going to be long, detailed, and full of insights. Let's get into it. First things first, let's set the scene. Portable, the street pop sensation behind the viral hit Zazu, is known for his lifelike personality, unfiltered energy, and deep connection to Yoruba culture. He's not just a musician, he's a movement. On the other side, Carter Efe, the comedian, content creator, and skit king, brings that worry-sharp mouth and quick wit that has entertained millions. These two have been trading words online and in the streets for a while. Celebrity boxing has been growing worldwide. Think Jake Paul and all those influencer bouts. But this one felt uniquely Nigerian. Promoted heavily, with DAZN picking it up for live broadcast, it became more than a fight. It became a cultural event. People were picking sides everywhere. Some backed Portable for his raw energy and cultural pride. Others rode with Carter for his composure and comedy timing. The hype was real, and the stakes? Bragging rights, a belt, and massive online clout. Organizers pulled out all the stops: professional production, a packed arena, and international broadcast. This was Nigeria showing the world we can put on a show. Now, let's talk about the moments that had everyone replaying the clip. Portable's ring walk. Brothers and sisters, this wasn't your regular walk to the ring. This was a full cultural procession. Imagine this: Portable stepping out in traditional Yoruba-inspired attire, blue beret, white gloves, full drip that screamed heritage and swagger. But the real stars? The masquerades, Igungun vibes, cultural icons dancing and hyping the atmosphere. It was theater meets boxing. Portable was not just entering a ring, he was bringing the streets, the culture, and the ancestors with him. Watch the footage. The energy in that arena was electric. People were chanting, phones were up, and social media exploded. Comments poured in. Portable is a Yoruba ambassador. This entry sweet well, and massive PR for African culture. Even international viewers were impressed by the creativity. This ring walk did something powerful. In a world where African culture is often sidelined or stereotyped, Portable put it front and center on a global platform like DAZN. He showed that entertainment can be more than punches. It can celebrate identity, tradition, and pride. Whether you love Portable's music or not, you have to respect the presentation. It was bold, it was loud, and it was unforgettable. Once the bell rang, though, it was a different story. Carter Efe came prepared. Taller reach, better composure, and disciplined boxing fundamentals. Portable brought the smoke and the energy, but Carter controlled the distance and landed cleaner shots. Round by round, Carter's height and jab advantage showed. Portable was aggressive, throwing wild combinations fueled by that street fighter spirit, but Carter stayed calm, counted effectively, and piled up points. There were moments of chaos, hugs in the clinch, crowd roars, and some heavy exchanges that had fans on their feet. One viewer put it perfectly. Carter showed better ring IQ and discipline. Another jolt, all that juju and masquerade, but hands still touched Portable. The fight wasn't the longest, but it was intense, entertaining, and full of heart from both men. In the end, the judges scored it unanimous decision for Carter. He took the W, the belt, and the bragging rights. Carter even dropped the classic line afterward: "I am feeling like an international superstar. Call me Carter Mayweather." Classic Carter, turning victory into comedy gold. The reactions Pure Nigerian internet magic. X on Twitter was trending with hashtag Efe Portable. People were laughing, analyzing, and celebrating. Some felt for Portable. Machala really dealt with Portable. I almost cried. Others hailed the winner, Carter Mayweather. Warino they carry last. There were memes about the masquerades regretting the trip, jokes about juju refunds, and praise for both fighters' hard work. One fan said it best, kudos to the organizers, promotion and production top-notch. This event wasn't just about who won or lost, it was about putting Nigerian talent on display. DAZN broadcasting it globally? That's huge. It opens doors for more creators, musicians and athletes. We saw unity in the chaos too. Comments like, "This is a win for Nigeria, a win for Africa," captured the bigger picture. Even amid the roasts, respect flowed for both men stepping into the ring, something most keyboard warriors would never do. Let's go deeper. Celebrity boxing is blowing up because it blends sports, entertainment, and personality. In Nigeria, where music, comedy, and content creation are massive industries, this is a natural evolution. Portable represented the raw, street-to-stardom grind. His cultural display reminded everyone of the richness of our traditions. Carter represented sharp wit, preparation, and adaptability. Both are winners in their lanes. This fight highlights several important things. The power of culture as soft power. Portable's ring walk was marketing genius. The growing professionalism in Nigerian events, the arena setup, production, and broadcast quality impressed many. Youth engagement. Events like this can channel energy positively, away from vices towards structured competition and creativity. One commenter noted, "We need more of these to take the youths away from social vices." Global visibility. Investors and platforms are noticing Nigerian content. Of course, there's room for improvement, better training for participants, stricter safety measures, and even bigger cards in the future. Imagine a series, musicians versus comedians, or even cross-regional clashes. The possibilities are endless. Beyond the entertainment, there are life lessons here. First, preparation beats hype every time. Portable had the spectacle, but Carter had the discipline inside the ring. Second, resilience. Both men took shots, literally and figuratively, and kept going. Portable didn't quit despite the pressure. Carter absorbed the cultural onslaught and stayed focused. Third, brand building. Portable turned a loss into continued conversation about culture. Carter turned a win into Carter Mayweather, extending his brand. In the attention economy, how you show up and how you respond matters more than the outcomes sometimes. Fourth, community and culture. When we celebrate our heritage unapologetically on big stages, it inspires pride across generations. Scrolling through the timeline was Comedy Central, from Portable Go Prepare speech on Instagram Live to videos of fans reenacting the punches. The creativity was unmatched. DJ Chicken got mentioned, Olamide references flew, and even calls for rematches on new opponents like Kesari Okala. Portable's fans defended the effort. He promoted culture. Carter's supporters celebrated. Delta Boy with stamina. Neutral observers loved the spectacle. Good for Nigerian boxing entertainment overall. This level of engagement shows how hungry we are for quality homegrown entertainment events. When done right, Nigerians show up massively. Looking ahead, this could be the spark. With proper investment, Nigeria can host regular professional standard events mixing sports and entertainment. Think boxing, MMA, or even football freestyles with cash prizes. It promotes fitness, discipline, and financial opportunities for creators. It also tells young people your talent in music, comedy, or content can translate to other arenas, literally. Challenges remain: regulation, safety, fair matchmaking, but the foundation is strong. Events like this build national pride and soft power. Portable and Carter, whether they know it or not, contributed to something larger than one fight. And that's our full breakdown of the Portable versus Carter Efe showdown. What an event, from the cultural explosion of the ring walk to the decisive victory and endless memes. Both fighters entertained us, repped their crafts, and gave us something to talk about for weeks. Watch the footage, the ring walk, the highlights, the post-fight moments, and tell us what you think in the comment section below. Who brought more entertainment value? Should there be a rematch? Who do you want to see fight next? Drop your hottest takes. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe for more Nigerian entertainment breakdowns, sports analysis, and cultural stories. Share this with your people so they don't miss out. Big respect to both Portable and Carter Efe for stepping up. Until the next big event, stay tuned, stay vibing, and keep repping Naija culture everywhere you go. This is Naija Talk and Trends. Signing out. Peace.
As well. The fact that Carter Efe is making a debut makes him an unknown quantity. But Zazu master himself, Portable, always very sure of himself. And guess what? He always prides himself as a traditional person. He's come to the ring with masquerade from the southwestern part of the country. And you can see him. He's a fan favorite. They love him. Controversial, but he's well loved by his fans.
He has certainly courted controversy throughout a very colourful online career.
Let's go! Come on!
And there is quite an atmosphere in here.
Let's go!
He calls himself the opponent. Very unorthodox fighting style. Look at that. I mean, how'd you come into the ring with a masquerade?
Well, we've witnessed the stars of X-Series of Misfits Boxing here on DAZN. And we've seen some great atmospheres at those events. I don't think anything has rivaled this. The event was labelled chaos on the ring. It is absolute bedlam now as Portable takes his place in the squared circle. Here, Carter Efe makes the walk for the first time to a boxing ring. Portable sprang off of his stool as soon as he caught a glimpse of him. He is not messing around, he means business. And that is quite an entrance, not quite Prince Naseem Hamed. He'll be hoping that is the only fall tonight.
The fight, 27-30. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chaos in the Ring, the main event, brought to you by Balmoral Promotions and Amir Khan. And we do have a winner. Your winner by unanimous decision. Lagos, Africa. Make some noise for Carter Efe!
Carter Efe, king of Africa's social media scene. It's a first pro victory on debut, and he has settled the beef between, well, I say he settled the beef between these two, but I'm sure this is not the last we've heard of the rivalry between Carter Efe and Portable. It was almost impossible to score, but we've got to score somehow.
Yeah, and it was down to who landed the clearer punches, and you've got to say it was Carter Efe who rocked Portable quite a few times. I was expecting Portable to use his wealth of experience, having had 2 celebrity fights before now, but he was so animated. I guess he was so angry.
Okay, sir. How are you feeling tonight after tonight's victory, sir?
Feeling like a bastard. I'm feeling like international world star. I'm not. Who come here with the application? My name is Carter Mayweather. The fight was so easy. First round, I don't swell up in face. Hey. Second round, he don't like shit. Third round,
How prepared were you mentally and physically?
I know prepared. I prepare for my talent. Oh, bro. Without a champion.
Yes, sir.